Hey, what's up, guys? Joe Madden here for Picks and Parlays, coming at you with another free college football best bet in the game between Kentucky and Vanderbilt. November 22nd, 3:30 Eastern. This one will kick off. Now, opening lines on this, Vandy was laying 9.5 and a total of 53.5. We are starting to see tens popping out there for Vandy, now laying 10 at Pinnacle. As for that total, some books are moving it down and some books are moving it up. We're still seeing 53.5 over on Bet365, but the juice starting to come in heavier on that number. It will be interesting to see if it does hit 54 there. Other books moving this down to 52.5. We're seeing the 52.5 at DraftKings, FanDuel, BetMGM, Caesars, Hard Rock as well. Pinnacle holding at that 53 number. So you guys, depending on where you like that total, make sure you do get the best of those lines. Always shop those lines over at Odds Logic. Look for the free promo code below this video to get your 7-day free trial over at Odds Logic. But you guys, let's jump into breaking down this one. Before we go into what I'm liking for the sides for the total, make sure you do hit that like button. Do with us solid, guys. That's all we ask over here to keep this free content coming out on the daily on Picks and Parlays on YouTube. It's for you guys to hit that like button. If you're liking something out there in this game, if you disagree with me or agree with me, leave a comment below in the chat so that you have bragging rights. Bragging rights are always on the line, you guys. I want to hear who you have for those anytime touchdowns as well as what you're liking in these games. I also want to remind you of what's going on over at Picks and Parlays. So many great deals right now. That Weekend Warrior is a fantastic one. You want to make sure you jump in on it. If you're just looking for football plays on Saturday and Sunday, the handicapper, the expert of your choice, you can get their plays for just $49 for Saturday and Sunday. So that's college and professional football. You'll also get at no extra cost some Monday plays added in there. And then the rest of 2025, you know that deal going on, just $8.30 a day. Again, it's less than my Starbucks coffee daily for the experts' best bets across the board, all sports out there. So head on over, don't delay, to picksandparlays.net. Okay, let's get back into breaking this one down. You guys, again, 3:30 Eastern, we'll see this matchup. Now, Kentucky needs one more win to get to a bowl game. Out here, they're going to be bringing it. They've won their last 3 games. They're 5-5 on the season. And their quarterback, Cutter Boley, really looking solid over his last 2 starts. Expecting him to come out with a balanced offense in this one. We're looking at him, and if he can hit some holes in the secondary here for Vandy, he can definitely push them in this game. Vandy defensively has been having those struggles in open space to make those tackles. So we'll see if Cutter Boley can exploit those weaknesses in the secondary out there of Vandy. Vandy needs to step up defensively, and they're coming into this one off a bye. Now, looking at them 8-2 on the season, and man, they are undefeated at home. This is definitely one of the best seasons thus far for Vandy in school history. And I do think they look to continue it here, coming in off the bye, but for them to make the college football playoffs, which we know it must be all the talks out there amongst the players, amongst the school, as if they're going to make the college football playoffs. They need to win this one here versus Kentucky, but they also need to win a really big, hard game next week versus Tennessee. So Vandy can't look past Kentucky in this game. I think what we're going to see in this one is Kentucky come out with Vandy scoring early, then Kentucky answering back, and us going into the second half with a tight game, but Vandy eventually pulling away in this one. I'm expecting Vandy to win this one 34-24. That's your 10-point spread. Look for that 9.5, you guys. Lay the 9.5 here. I don't want to have a push in this matchup. Kentucky will get theirs in this with how their quarterback's playing, with the issues on the secondary. But I do think with Vandy off that bye, they're going to clean up some of those issues in the secondary. Like I said, this team undefeated at home on the season, looking to stay that way, 6-0. Diego Pavita coming out here. He's been excellent on the season, and he's going to have to find a way to get things done. He's a dual threat quarterback. He can use his legs, he can use his arm, and beat this Kentucky team. Now, Kentucky balanced on both sides of the ball, top 20 run defense. I don't see Vandy running it a lot with their running back here, but I do think Diego Pavetta still gets his on the ground. But then I think he's going to have to throw that ball. He's going to have to air it out in this game. And defensively, the defense with that step up that is needed is going to have to force those turnovers. Now, that's one thing we've seen of late. The defense has been allowing those points to come in, and they've only turned the ball over once in their last 4 games. So they need to step it up, get those turnovers. But looking at Diego Pavea coming out here for Vandy, what a quarterback that they have. He has 2,440 yards on the season, 191 completions for 273 attempts, averaging 8.9 yards per attempt, with his longest being a 67-yarder. Now, 21 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. His offensive line, we need them to be able to hold here, given that time. But when he's forced into scrambling, he can use his legs. 613 rushing yards on the season, but he has been sacked 14 times. So give him more time. That offensive line holds a little bit more, and we're going to see a lot out of Diego Pavea in this game. He has 21 passing touchdowns, 7 rushing touchdowns on the season. He definitely is going to be the difference maker out here for Vandy. If Vandy can get to the college football playoffs, it's all going to rest on his shoulders. They need to get this win. And like I said, they need to win next week versus Tennessee. If you don't like the spread in this one, I do think you look at Diego Pavea over his passing and rushing prop. His number for his passing prop coming in at 243.5. It's minus 114 to the over, and I'll gladly go there. His number for his work on the ground coming in at 52.5 rushing yards, and I do think he can get there as well. Now, he is the odds-on favorite for an anytime tutty, coming in at minus 195. You know we can't bet that, but in such a meaningful game, I do think we could look at him for 2+ touchdowns in this one. 2+ rushing touchdowns for Diego Pavea, coming in at plus 260. He has every ability to get there in this game. Looking at the Kentucky Wildcats, Cutter Boley has been playing stronger the last couple games. He has 13 touchdowns on the season, has a quarterback rating of 62.1. Now he's thrown for 1,780 yards. This team averaging 203.9 passing yards per game, 159.5 rushing yards. So really balanced offense here, putting up 25.9 points per game, allowing that 23.1. So we got a solid defense here. That front 7 is going to be able to slow down the run game here of Vandy. Now, I do think circling their wide receiver, Kendrick Law, for his receiving yards in this one is a nice way to go, especially when we've seen Vandy have those issues in the secondary, especially when opponents get out in space. If Kendrick Law can get out in space, he's got 519 receiving yards on the season on 47 receptions and 3 touchdowns. Looking at his props in this one, he's coming in with a reception prop of 53.5. I definitely have to go there, and that anytime touchdown for Kendrick Law coming in nicely at plus 165. Gotta love some plus money. Not going to rule out a defensive touchdown in this game. You guys know I love the defensive prop, and looking at Vandy's defense, yes, they haven't been having those turnover plays as of late, but I do think coming in off a bye, this defense is going to be healthier, be ready to attack in this game versus Kentucky. Cutter Boley has been looking stronger in the last couple, but I could see that interception come into play. Vandy for the defensive touchdown coming in at plus 500. You guys know I'm a sucker for that plus money. Let me know below this video if you're willing to take the defensive touchdown for Vandy here at plus 500. If you think Diego Pavea is going to throw it, Kentucky plus 750. Wow, it's great plus money. I just don't know if it's going to happen in this game. I do think Diego Pavea controls that ball out there. He's got the legs. He's got the arm. I don't see him turning this ball over. Fingers crossed that I'm right in this one, you guys. But let me know again below this video what you are liking out there in this matchup. Again, this one kicking off on Saturday, November 22nd at 3:30 Eastern. We're still seeing 9.5s for the majority of the books. The 10 has popped over on Pinnacle. So I'm going to lay the 9.5 right now with Vanderbilt, hoping that you guys can grab it with me. If you do like Kentucky, let me know below this video why you're rolling with Kentucky. I agree. They do have a balanced offense and defense right now. Won their last 3. They need one more win to get to a bowl game. So they got a lot to play for in this game versus Vandy. But I think Vandy comes out. They get some fast points. We play tight. And then in the second half, we see that fourth quarter pull away by Vandy. They win this one 34-24. You guys, all the best in all your bets. Thanks for joining me over here on Picks and Parlays for your free breakdown. If you do me a solid, hit that like button over here, and then also turn on the notifications so you know when these free videos drop. Also, hit that subscribe button here on YouTube so you don't miss out on anything we got going on. So many free picks rolling out from our handicappers on the daily. You guys, all the best in all of your bets. Until next time, stay hot and let's make some freaking money.